Good morning. This is Amy Hildebrand with the Oak Creek Recreation Department, coming to you on Monday morning to do a nice fitness class. Again, this fitness class we will have to use a mat, weights, and a band. So find those items. We will be starting without the mat, but we will be getting down onto that. We have to get used to warming up that body. Make sure that you have some water for after class or during. If you need to stop at any time to get water, feel free to do so. And we'll get started. All right, start with that march. Swing those arms. Get those legs warmed up. Okay, make those knees go off to the side, still lifting up high. Change the hands down, pull it back, opening up that chest as we're marching wide knees. And bring those knees back in, continue that march. Hammer curl. And take those hands up to the shoulders. We're going to push them back as we kick that foot back towards the glute. Alternating sides. Okay, elbows up to the side, still kicking back. Okay, change it to a bicep curl, palms are up, kicking back. And bring it back to a march. Reaching those hands up. Okay, we're going to try and lift that knee high and push it down, alternating sides. And last one, take those legs nice and wide. Feet are at about a 45-degree angle. Hands come to hips. All we're going to do is come down. Glutes stay back. Knees do not go beyond the toe. Notice I'm fairly upright with this movement. Last one, pull it in, and then we're going to reach that hand across, step out. Okay, a little bit of a grapevine, step back behind, bring it forward and back behind. You should be feeling that heart rate coming up. One more time to each side. All right, we're gonna take those hands, flex them. We're gonna take the right leg, push it back, and alternate. Last one, bring it up nice and tall. All we're gonna do is lift those heels up and down. Last one here, and then step it to the side, step, step, push, push. Again, you can put on any music you like. I noticed that our music doesn't show. All right, bring it back to the front. We're gonna do that step back. This time, hands are gonna reach up over that head. Reach. Bring it back to the center, go back to that march, roll those shoulders back. And roll those arms forward, alternating. Still a small march. Hands come down, we're gonna pull them up through the center and out and around for our arm circles. Last one, hands stay down. Pull those shoulders up and release. One more time, up and release. Okay, we have to go the opposite direction, so palms face forward, out and around, down through the center. Great job. All right, we're gonna take those legs a little bit wider here. All we're gonna do is bend those knees, take the hands to the heart center, just a quick deep breath. And then we're gonna grab our mat. Pull it out here. Make sure it's nice and firm. It's up to you what kind of thickness of your mat you would like to use. I like a little bit thicker because it's hard on my knees on the floor. Make sure that you're able to have your weights and your band near you. And we're going to start on our hands and knees. Coming down. Hands are going to be underneath our shoulders. Knees are underneath the hips, so they're not going to be touching. We're going to start nice and easy. Breathing in, exhaling, dropping that belly, pulling the shoulder blades back, looking forward. Inhale up, arching that back, tucking the chin. up, moving as you're breathing. Inhaling, the back is up, chin is tucked. Exhaling, taking that chin out wide, belly towards the floor, shoulders back. One more time. Bring it back to neutral, so abdominals are in and tight. Think about navel to spine. We're going to start with that arm and opposite leg lift. So bringing it up. And take it down. We're going to go to that other side, lifting it up and holding. And bring it down. Now we're going to alternate sides, just bringing it up and down. Exhaling as the hands and legs go out. Inhaling in. One more to each side. All right, we're going to do a quick rest pose. So bringing those glutes back towards the heels, allowing those hands to go forward, looking towards your mat. Make sure you're breathing. All right, bringing it up, pulling those hands so that they're underneath the shoulders once again. And we are going to grab one weight. All right, we are going to start with the palm facing in. We're going to do a row, so the elbow's going to stay close to the body as we pull that elbow back. Exhaling as we bring it up, inhaling down. All right, we did one side, now we have to roll to that other side. And once again, hand is down. Palm faces in on that hand that we're going to be using. Elbow stays close to the body, pulling it up. And last one. All right. We're going to go back to that first hand. We're going to rotate that palm so it's facing towards the feet or legs. And we're going to keep that elbow slightly bent. We're going to try and take that arm up to about the ear level. Again, when we're looking down, we don't want to look down straight. We want to look slightly forward to keep that neck in alignment with the spine. So here we go, bringing it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We did one side, now we have to roll over onto that other side. Once again, hand is underneath that shoulder, and again, we're going to have that palm facing towards those legs, elbow slightly bent. Taking it up, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Not quite done. We're going to rotate the hand, switching it back. Once again, making sure the hand that's holding you up is underneath that shoulder. The other hand is facing towards that hand that's holding you up. Elbow is slightly bent once again. We're going to take that hand out to the side, taking it up. Last one, that's 10. Taking it to that other side, finding your position. Palm faces in towards that hand that's holding you up. Elbow is slightly bent, taking it off to the side. Exhaling up, inhaling down. Last one here. All right. We're going to take and place that weight to the side for just a moment. We've been on those wrists quite a bit. We need to give them a rest. So taking it back into that rest pose. Making sure you're taking deep breaths. One more deep breath. And we're going to come back up into that hands underneath the shoulder, knees underneath the hips. We're going to take one weight today. We're going to squeeze it behind that knee, holding it in there by that squeezing, trying to hold that hamstring tight. We're going to pull that leg up once again. And while we're going to do is take that heel that's flexed, the ankle is flexed, heel is going to be reaching up towards the ceiling, up. Don't let that weight roll or dip off, okay? Now we're going to take that knee off to the side for the fire hydrant, taking it up. Great job. Release that weight. We're going to take it to the other side, so behind that knee, squeezing that hamstring to hold it in place. The ankle's going to be flexed, heel's going to be pushing up towards that ceiling to start. So once again, find your position. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, flexing that foot, holding that hamstring tight, pushing it up. Great job. Doing that fire hydrant, so knee goes off to the side, still holding that weight behind the knee. Last one. Remove that weight, place it on the side. We're going to do a quick curling the toes under. We're going to take the glutes up towards the ceiling and then push back on those hips. Hold here for a moment and then pedal out those feet. And bring those knees down. Go into that rest pose once again. We're going to take those hands to one side of the mat, hips to that other side. And back to that other side. All right, we're going to do our push-ups on our knees today. So we're going to come forward. So we're about straight or flat like a board from the knees all the way through the shoulders. We're going to take those hands so that the fingers are angled inwards. We're going to come down and push it up. Down and push it up. last one. Great job. And we are gonna come and roll onto our back. We're gonna start with those legs nice and firm down. They're not gonna be up towards the chest. So not quite straight, not quite too bent, okay? We're gonna keep that back nice and tall here. Hands start at shoulder height. They're at a slight angle because we're angled back slightly. We're gonna take the hand, reach it back, touch it down, pull it back up. Last one. All right, we're gonna curl it all the way down. All right, pull those knees in. Hands come to sides. Walk those heels as close to the glutes as you can. We're gonna lift those hips up into a bridge. Make sure that the knees are in line with the hips, not together and not too far out. And take it down for a rest. We're going to do that one more time. This time we're going to take those hands up, but we're going to start a little bit differently. We're going to pull those elbows up, make sure that you're stable there. Once you're stable there, we're going to try and reach those arms up to the ceiling. So we're only kind of holding on the shoulders. Makes us less stable. All right, taking those hips, bringing them up, and then pull those elbows, bend, hands up, and if we're good here, we're gonna raise it all the way up. And take those elbows down, hands to the floor, and drop those hips. Bring those knees in towards the chest, curl up slightly, and roll them around. And the opposite direction. Drop those heels back to the floor. We're going to grab our weights. Hands are going to be by sides. This time palms face in. All we're going to do is push it up. Two more. One. And two. Hold it down here for a rest. We're going to take those hands straight up once again, but elbows are going to be slightly bent, and we're going to take them off to the sides. This is a regular fly. We did the reverse fly when we were upside down so that our face and hands were underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips earlier on. So you'll notice that this is the same movement but in different position. So bringing it up, we're taking it out, pulling it back up. Last one here. All right, bring them back down once again for a quick rest. Elbows are going to go nice and wide here. They're going to be in line with the shoulders. Palms are going to face down towards those feet. All we're gonna do is push it up. This is almost like an upside down push up. So bringing it up and down. Great job. Take and place those weights at your side once again. And we're going to take and extend those legs, flexing those feet. And hands are at sides. We're going to curl that upper torso up and back down. You can point those toes as well. If you have your shoes on, it's a little bit more difficult to point, but we're just going to come up and down. Working that rectus abdominis. Great job. Pull those feet back up. We're going to pull those knees over the hips. Sorry, I got something in my eye. Okay, into a tabletop position. Okay, we're going to take those hands behind the head. Again, not interlacing those fingers, just touching the tips of your fingers to the head. Elbows are nice and wide. We're going to take and extend those legs for a moment. As we come back in, we're going to curl up. One more. Take those feet back down. Extend the legs. Hands go up over the head. Pull that back up and off the floor. Nice quick full body stretch. All right, take those hands back down, pull those legs back in. All right, we're gonna take those feet up towards the ceiling, straight over those hips. Hands are gonna be up over the shoulders. We're gonna bring them in towards the center, extend them out. In towards the center, extend it out. Exhaling out, inhaling in. Two more. Bring it down, hands come by sides. Remember when we're doing that, we do not want that back to come up off the mat. We keep it down by contracting those abdominals, navel to spine. All right, we're gonna take those legs up one more time. We're gonna cross them. Okay, hands are on the floor by sides. We're gonna try and bring those knees in towards the chest. Great job. Take it down. We're going to go to our side. Hand is on that head. Extend those legs. Okay, we're going to start by taking that top leg just up and down. Hand is in front, holding on, so that we don't roll forward and back. Hold it up here. We're going to take that leg back, okay? Foot is flexed. Take it up and down. Great job. Pull it back in. We're going to take and cross that leg over the top of the other. We're going to rotate that other one. Our hips are going to come forward just a little bit. We're going to take that lower leg up towards the ceiling, that heel first. Great job. Take that leg that was in front, place it behind. We're going to do this again. You should be able to lift it just a little bit higher this way. So up. Last one. All right, roll it back. We're going to take that top leg, pull it in nice and close to the chest. Okay, we're going to grasp that ankle, drop that knee. Chest will come forward slightly, pushing that knee back so that we can feel the stretch in that quad or the top of the thigh. All right, bring it back in. This time we're going to take that hand to the inside step of the foot or the ankle, wherever you need, and then we're going to extend that leg nice and tall. You should feel a little bit of a stretch through the inside of the thigh and the back of the leg, which is the hamstring. Okay, we're going to point that toe, release it from that leg, and slowly lower that leg. Don't let gravity take over. Notice the toe is angled up towards the ceiling. All right, we're down to about hip height. We're going to circle that leg around. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stop, opposite direction. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rotate it to the forward, take it down. All right, we're going to take those knees up. Okay, we're going to do our clam. So feet are going to stay together, the knees are going to come apart. So pulling up and down. Again, we try and exhale on the exertion. Last one here. All right. We're going to bring it up. And before we go to that other side, we're going to do a slight plank. So you can do it once again on your knees, okay, on your toes, on your forearms, or on your hands, okay? So we're going to pick whichever style helps give you a little bit of challenge but isn't too difficult. So pick one and come on up. Once again, looking forward to those fingers. Take it down, and then we're going to roll to the other side. Once again, coming down, placing that head in the hand. The other hand is in front. Okay, we're going to take and flex the feet. Top leg comes up and down. Okay, we're going to take that foot, take it back. There's a slight forward position of that shoulder just to counterbalance that leg being back. Once again, foot is flexed, taking it up and down, feeling it in that glute. Great job. Bringing it back forward. All right. We're going to take and bring that knee in towards the chest. and drop that foot down in front of the other bottom leg. Again, we're going to be holding on here. Rotate that extended leg so the heel is up, and we're going to take that heel up. Great job. Take that bent leg, take it behind that other one. Hips will come back slightly with this. Heel is still rotated up towards the ceiling, and we're going to bring it up. One more. All right. Bring it back forward. Once again, we're going to pull that knee up, guide that hand down towards the ankle, drop that knee, coming forward slightly with that chest to counterbalance, feeling it in that quad or the top of the thigh. Bringing it forward, we're going to take that hand to the either the ankle or the instep, extend that leg up overhead. Again, feeling that stretch in that little bit in the inner thigh, but more of that hamstring. Okay, release it. Once again, slowly lowering it. Toe is up towards the ceiling. Don't let gravity take over. All right, we're here. We're going to do our circles. They're about hip height. So 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stop. Opposite direction. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rotate it back to normal and bring it down. We're going to pull those knees up, okay? And once again, feet stay together, knees come apart for that clam, bringing it up. Great job. We're going to roll onto our back. Okay, feet are going to be a little bit wider than hip width apart here. We're going to be working our obliques, okay? So we're going to pull our upper torso up, taking the shoulder blades up off the mat. What we're going to do is extend those hands, and we're going to just tap our heels from side to side. So coming up, tap, 1, 2. And bring it down. When we're still on our back, we're going to cross one leg over the top of the opposite knee, thread our hands behind that thigh, holding on, and just hold it there for a moment. Release that leg, take it down, uncross, recross to that other side, and then guide those hands through and holding on to that thigh. Release it, take it down. We're going to pull those knees up to hip height here. Hands are going to go nice and wide. We're going to drop those knees to one side. Use that oblique to help pull those knees back up to the center, and then go to the other side. Exhaling once again through the exertion, which is when we take those knees up to the center. Inhaling down, exhaling up. One more to each side. Take those feet down. All right, we're gonna come up to a seated position. And cross those legs to start. We're gonna grab our band. Okay, we're gonna rotate that band. Never rotate it or wrap it around more than once because it can cut off circulation. Bands have different resistance amounts. So depending on what color your band is, depends on how much resistance you're gonna get. You can add a little bit or take some away by taking your hands a little bit closer. Usually that makes it more resistive, and a little bit further away, less resistive, just so that you have an idea. If you have a band that's a little bit too rough, make those hands a little bit wider. Okay, nice and tall here. Think about a string at the top of the head pulling you nice and tall. Hands are at shoulder height. All we're gonna do is take those hands apart. Notice that my shoulders were down the back, they weren't up by the ears. It's very important to keep that upright posture and the shoulders down the back for that. All right, we're gonna place one hand. You might need to take that hand and unroll it and hold onto that band. The other hand's gonna go to that hip. And once again, we're thinking of that string at the top of the head, pulling us nice and tall, abdominals in and tight. We're gonna take that hand out to the side, lift that thumb at the very end. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one. These are a little bit more intense, so we do fewer of them, okay? We don't want to injure yourself. We want you to get a nice workout. So once again, roll it on the one side that's going to be at the hip, unroll that other hand. Once again, we're going to have that elbow up slightly, taking it up and to the side, thumb comes back. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Once again, if you have shoulder issues, don't do those, okay? They do work the shoulder, and we don't want you to injure yourself or make something worse. So we're gonna place that band down on the floor. We're gonna start by taking those hands just to those knees, lifting that chest, taking a few deep breaths. All right, extend those legs off to the sides. We're gonna stretch those inner thighs. I'm gonna move my weights and my band out of the way, okay? Come up onto those sits bones, so you're gonna have to come forward slightly, and we're gonna walk those hands out. And walk those hands back in. All right, and we're gonna reach towards one foot, but take that other leg, bring it in nice and tight, reaching for that foot. And release it. Okay, we're gonna come up nice and tall to start. We're gonna place those hands towards the side. We're gonna come and reach towards one side, reaching one hand up and over, just going from one side to the other. Okay, we're gonna add one more movement here. We're gonna take those glutes up off the mat. We're gonna push down onto that knee and then reach off towards the side with our hands. So if you watch, so we're gonna go 1, 2. Now take it down, reaching up nice and tall. Quick stretch of the side and take it down. All right, we're going to do the other side. So extending the leg, pulling that other one nice and tight, and then we're going to reach towards that ankle. Bringing it up, once again, nice and tall, hands to the sides. Bring one arm up and over, taking it to that other side, stretching out those sides. Nice and easy, go at your own pace. Okay, we're gonna add that other one here, taking it down, reach that hand across, and to the side. Nice stretch through the entire side of the body. And take it down. All right, we're gonna take those legs and extend them both. Toes are gonna be slightly pointed. We're gonna do our forward fold. So again, abdominals are in and tight, reaching towards those ankles and bringing it down. Make sure you breathe. And roll it back up. And then we're going to take the soles of the feet together and use those elbows to push down those thighs. And release. I'm going to quick tie my shoe. And then we're going to crisscross those legs. Once again, we want to make sure that we're on those sits bones nice and tall, thinking about that string up through the center of our head. And we're going to take one hand across, pulling it in. Watch that shoulder, keeping it down instead of bringing it up by that ear. And if you like it here, you can stay here. If you want a little bit more stretch, guide that hand down to that wrist, keeping that arm straight. Don't bend it up. And then guide that hand underneath that elbow, bring it up and over. And release it. We're going to take those pinkies towards each other behind the back. Lift that chest and that chin. And release it. Take those hands forward, walking those hands, dropping that head. Last one, bring it up, rolling nice and tall. Thinking about that string, abdominals in and tight. Take that opposite hand, pulling it in, nice and tight. Shoulder is down that back. And again, if you want to make it a little more difficult, guide that hand down towards the wrist. And then guide that hand underneath that elbow, pulling it up, and once again trying to stay as tall as possible instead of hunching forward. Once again, releasing, taking those pinkies back behind you, lifting that chest and chin. Bringing it up nice and tall. Hands go to the thighs and just rest them there. As we take the chin, look over the shoulder. Bring it back to the center, over the other shoulder. Center it up, wrist rolls up and down. And opposite direction. One more. And roll those shoulders back. All right, we're gonna stack those hands. Elbows are nice and wide. We're gonna try and keep it in the upper torso here. 2 pulses to each side. So we're gonna 1, 2, bring it back to the center. 1, 2, center. Last one here. Take those hands down. We're going to do alternating forward rolls with those shoulders. Last one, bring it up nice and tall once again. This time we're going to take the ear to the shoulder. Center it up, ear to that opposite shoulder. Center it up. We're going to look towards the shoulder. Should feel it a little bit more in the back of the neck for this one. Center it up. Other side, looking towards the shoulder. Center it up, and we're going to take the chin down to the chest. Inhale up, exhale down in a big circle. Bring it to the center, leave it here for a second so you can get back to not get dizzy from switching sides. Now we're going to inhale up, exhale down. One more. Bring that head up nice and tall. And we're going to do 3 deep breaths. So hands to the heart center, taking it in. And we are done for today. I hope you enjoyed this workout, and we'll see you next time.